Hey y'all, welcome back to our vlog.
Today we are going to be sharing with you over the next 10 minutes about stories that did not happen to us but happened to people we know. Now these stories are how to at people without actually adding them. Now if you feel like you're being personally victimized, well then that sounds like a you problem. So sit back and relax and have fun and enjoy us adding people without actually adding them. Let's begin, shall we?
I'm Jordan.
I'm Angela. Wait a minute.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Jordan. We're best friends and we're roomies.
How'd you know?
Neville. Alright, so
And
today we are going to be talking about how to at people without actually adding them. Now, let's begin, shall we? We're going to take a seat.
We're gonna start with excuses.
Now keep in mind, folks, all of these stories are based off of events that happen to other people, not ourselves.
One way to use an excuse to break up with someone or just not to date them and say, it's not you, it's me, and I don't want to waste my time with you.
Or you can be like some other people and be like, oh yeah, I have a permanent disease. Now, none of us have permanent diseases.
Yeah.
But, you know, you just gotta...
Anything you can to get rid of somebody weird. Make up an excuse that they can't help but to reject. Say you have a weird mouth disease.
You have stuff end up in your mouth, and no one knows what that is. And then if you try to look it up...
If you say something smart sounding, they'll believe it.
Or if you say...
Don't say something like appendicitis because everyone knows what that is.
Oh my gosh, are you an appendix? Because I feel like I need to take you out. Okay.
Also, do not ever use cheesy pickup lines.
I don't know about you, but I love pickup lines, like real talk, but...
Yeah, they're great to reject too. Like when someone like is like E7 and you're like,
say,
what?
And then they were like, oh, sorry, I was waiting for my snack to fall from the vending machine. We get it. You're not funny. You're not classic.
Everybody
we get this one
uses
a lot.
that.
And you know what? Your credit card was declined.
Reject pickup lines.
Okay. Round 2.
On to bathrooms. So a lot of my friends have been hit up to be like, since we live in a dorm, we're freshmen and stuff, they're like, oh, do you want to go hook up? But my roommate, like both y'all's roommates are there. So they're like, let's just go to the bathroom. Bathroom sex? Worst type. And people actually do it.
No, I don't understand how people can go about their lives and actually do this. Because, like, it's such a small space that, like, I don't even know, man. Like, I mean, props to you for trying your hardest. But if you can make it work in that small of a space, then, like...
Bravo to you.
Are you... Do you actually... I don't... okay.
It's a true struggle.
That's a side comment, and if you really want to know what I'm thinking, you can at me on that one. Next, we're going to start with, is that normal? Northwest Missouri State University,
which is the school we attend,
is known for having a lot of foreign exchange students. And sometimes, you know, one thing leads to another, and you're like, whoa, wait a minute, is that normal? And they say, yeah. You know, it's a European thing. Now, if y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, you don't. But if you know, you know. Next, we're going to talk about, wait, how old are you?
This happens frequently in college, especially when you're out partying.
And they are, I don't know, they show up, and you all start talking, and then they act like, you know, they're not, I don't know, they act like they're they act like they're in college, but then like when you truly get to know them, like the next morning, you realize, well, wait a minute.
You're like an alum or something.
You're an alum, question mark? And then you get, oh God.
How old are you actually?
And then you get the actual answer and you're like, oh no, take it back. But
I didn't want to know this.
Yeah.
Now on to the I forgot to give you my number.
Now, normally, sometimes some people, they like go on to one-night stands. And that's fine. That's fine. You know what?
You do you. If you want to do that, props to you. Live your life.
Just make sure you're protected.
Yeah. Very important.
However,
if you have the person that keeps talking like, I really like you, while you're doing stuff in that night, and the next morning you're like, I just wanted a one night stand or whatever, but you don't actually tell them that, you just kind of leave casually, and then you awkwardly get like a message over social media being like, wait, I didn't actually give you my number.
Please don't be desperate, y'all. Just leave a
Don't-
one night
yeah.
as a one night.
And if you're gonna, like, sure you can text them once and be that first person, but do not, so it's not like a double negative, but do not
Do not. There you go.
send another message after that. Like, if you don't put a question mark, leave it like that. Do not send a question mark an hour later, and then do not send your number 3 hours later. Pathetic.
Y'all, we just really want to point out that, like,
Just don't do that.
just don't, okay? Like,
Just let it be.
be cool. So
Yeah.
next we have foot fetish. So, I don't know about you, but me personally, I cannot deal with feet. You can ask anybody that I talk to.
Literally,
I
anyone.
hate feet. Like, oh my god, okay, I hate them all. But, like,
She'll start crying if you touch her with your feet.
literally I did. I ran away and ran on a windowsill and then jumped onto the desk and then fell off and then sprayed somebody with...
Axe.
No, I had the dry shampoo.
Dry
you had
shampoo,
the axe.
yeah.
She tried to touch me with her
Because
foot.
I was showing someone how much Jordan hated feet, so
and I
touched
wasn't
her with
ready
it.
for this, and she touched me with it, and I almost cried, and I ran away. But then I, like, attacked her with the
And then
dry
I
shampoo.
attacked her with
But
the axe.
anyways, that's besides the point. That's a different story we'll tell for later. That's story time with J and A. Anyways. Okay, but
Foot fetishes.
if you're in the middle of hooking up with somebody,
That is
don't
not the
touch their
time.
feet.
That's not the time to find out if they have a fetish or not.
And
Do
don't
it
ask them.
before.
Don't ask them. Do not ask them
Yeah.
in the middle of it. Do not, because... Oh, gosh.
It's just not.
Our poor friend. I
Yeah.
feel so bad for them.
Oof.
Next, we have...
What's her snap?
Question mark?
So as y'all know, we post on our Snapchat stories a ton, especially with each other because we're best friends. And we party a lot, look smoking hot like usual. And we always have people hitting us up being like, what's your friend's snap? Like, they're not even interested in you, they're just trying to go for your friend. And you're just kind of like, wow.
Tea time, the only time that adding yourself is okay is if you're personally adding yourself.
Yeah. Then you're just like, wow. Apparently I'm not as good as my friend.
But, like, your best friend is where it's all at.
Yeah. And on to big talk, small So some of y'all know that people will have a big talk demeanor about themselves, being like, yeah, definitely got a big package. But whenever you actually find out how big it is, you're like, is it even in? I feel bad for whoever that happens to.
Our poor friend.
Oof. On to the Smash and Dash dressing room edition. If you ever have sex in a dressing room, tip number 1, don't make it loud. People are in there to actually shop and try on clothes.
Apparently, tea time, if you get... Actually, never mind. On tea time, y'all don't need to know that story about other people. That's really rude to share other people's personal lives on a vlog they're not in. Next, you have...
The C effect. So this is what happens whenever you like a guy and they lead you on for a hot while.
And then you decide...
I'm talking about months.
And then you're gonna go and you're gonna decide to leave. But then they take a lasso and they roll you back in. And so you're like, oh no.
Come back.
And so then you're back. And then you're sitting in your
And then you eventually get to the point where you're like, oh, this guy's never going to ask me out or do anything. And you're back to running away.
So then you run away.
But then they say one thing just to pull you back in. And you're like, oh my god, I need you.
My heart.
But you can't help but liking them. But then they push you, and then you finally get over them.
And then they finally actually push you away and send you off down the stream in a freaking river. Oh.
and your heart gets broken.
You have to listen to it forever.
Yeah. And then you keep running into that person and you feel dead.
Next.
The don't tell my girlfriend.
I think this one is pretty self-explanatory.
The morning after, don't say you have a girlfriend if you're gonna cheat.
If you're gonna cheat,
don't tell their Eskimo sister.
okay. Moral of the story, self-explanatory.
Don't tell.
Don't hook up with somebody and then say, don't tell my girlfriend. Okay, next.
I'm gonna walk up with anyone who has a boyfriend.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
Don't
no
be that
problem, too.
person.
Yeah, don't be that one.
If you know, don't.
If you know, you know.
Don't do the A effect. This is whenever a person's like, I like you. Wait, you be. Wait, you go.
I like you.
I don't like you.
Okay. I like you.
I don't like you.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm back. I like you.
I don't like you.
I like you.
I still don't like you.
I'm back. I miss you.
You slut, I don't like you.
You're such a slut.
Pretty much where one person keeps flip-flopping back and forth between two people being like, I like you. But then whenever the first person rejects them, they go back to the other person.
They go
and
to
that
the best
person,
friend.
Yeah. And that best friend rejects them.
So then they go back to the first best friend.
And then they reject him.
And then they go back to the second one.
And reject him again.
And then you're just kind of like, he needs to
Continuous
go away.
loop. Yeah.
Alright, and last but not least, personally victimized. Okay. Angela can't do this one because she can't really be that serious.
I can't.
No, she really can't. As you can see.
Hey, what's up?
If you or a loved one have been affected by mesothelioma, no wait, tea time, back up. If you or a loved one feels personally added, then add us on Snap. Get it? And oh, that was a good one. I cracked myself up. Anyways,
Hurry up, I gotta pee.
oh no. Okay, so add us on Snap, add us in the DMs, on Insta, on Facebook, or any of that to feel like if you have a story you want us to share the next time we at people.
Without actually adding them.
If you feel like you want someone to be added,
But don't want to do it by yourself.
or if you just don't want to do it in general,
Or if you have a really funny story to tell.
we have you.
We do.
We got you. So moral of the story, add us on Snap.
Dylan needs to yeah. Okay, so Snap. Mine. We do post different videos on each other's snaps.
We post
So-
smaller versions of these.
Yep. I'm putting my IG too. They're different, so oof. And that's a one. Oop. There. My Snapchat is angle1357 and my Instagram is angle751. Add me on both. And then Jordan's is
Literally just an extra JoJo from the Snap. So, yeah. Don't judge. It was a dark time in my life. So you got Snap,
You just got me then on
JoJo W29, and then Insta is JoJo W29. So if you feel like you need to share a story, or if you feel like you need to
If you
add
want to
somebody,
without actually telling anyone who you are, we got you. Add both. All of the above.
surprise! Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
It's a vlog.
Thanks for coming to my vlog.
Peace out, and we'll see you next time.